I'm sad to report to Mr. Ethan Van Sciver that the attempts to cancel me have backfired spectacularly. He's gone hard over the last week once again after a little bit of a silence for a while after my campaign closed. If you don't know, he started during my Hidden Emperor campaign on Kickstarter, going off on me, shrieking, trying to get people not to back my book by any means possible. And again, it backfired. As you can see, I raised $51,000, almost 700 backers, and we're actually over 700 now with pre-orders from BackerKit. And it didn't do anything. It just drew attention to my project because he doesn't actually command a comic buying audience anymore. He spent the last 3 years attacking allies in the culture war, attacking conservatives and Christians, all because he wanted to maintain control over this like little Comicsgate fiefdom, which has morphed. It's not even the same people. Like the people who actually were interested in comics are all gone now. He's really just run off all of his allies after especially the big attacks on Eric July this entire year. And because he's not actually worked on comics himself, he's had that Cyberfrog book open for years, Rainbow the Brute open for even more years, and isn't fulfilling them and isn't even looking like he's making any progress working on drawing them. You could tell that it's not a comic business anymore. He's just got a bunch of pay pigs who are there for the super chats, and that's what he wants. He wants to do that because he's lazy. He's not a real artist. He doesn't care about comics. He doesn't care about anything in the culture war. He just wants to sit online and collect checks, right? And I get it. That's an easy way to make money. But that's not what we want to do over here. I actually care about comics first. I'm here about the culture war as well. And that's why I'm starting a new movement away from this, where we are very explicit in what we are actually about. Because when you ask what Comicsgate's about, Ethan can't answer. It varies from one day to the next. And so I say we have a very, very clear situation here. One, we oppose the degeneracy and the LGBTQ agenda in the mainstream from Marvel and DC Comics that they're trying to push on us. It is an evil thing, and we're going to actively oppose it, and we're actively, of course, trying to remove that from the culture. Number two, we are inherently Christian nationalists. That is our values here. We are going to be Christian nationalists. That doesn't mean you have to be a Christian or a nationalist to be here, but if you're interfering with that or causing problems with that, then you probably shouldn't be here. That is true. And we are going to actively put in beauty, truth, and the like into our art over and over, because that's how you create the best art. It really is. Look at the Sistine Chapel. The best art is created by Christendom, always in the history. Always has been. And so don't let the mainstream lie to you and claim that it's hokey or different because of modernism. It's not. This is it. Deus Vult, my friends. And number three, we're here to hard work and to produce comics and to be about comics first. And so we're going to work hard, always produce, and always make sure we get you your books in a timely fashion. Those are our values here. And that's exactly what Comicsgate should have been when it first started. Unfortunately, Ethan Van Sciver usurped it from the people who were actually doing it. And that's why we're here talking about this today. So please check out my Hidden Emperor. It is on BackerKit. And if you missed it, or if you're, waiting on it, it's going to be going in the next couple of weeks. I just turned in my files a couple days ago to the printer. They're getting things ready right now to get the proof copy ready for me. And that's going to get mailed out to me probably sometime next week. And then I look at it, make sure it's all good. All the pages are in order, for example, something Comicsgate has been known to fail at. And then I'm going to be delivering this out to you. So you can grab this right here. And thank you guys so much. We delivered it digitally to our backers already. Many people say this is their favorite comic they've ever read. I'm serious. It's we really hit it out of the park. And I've got my full series of everything I've produced on here. If you want to mix and match, grab what speaks to you. I appreciate you for being there. I appreciate readers and customers. It's you guys who are dictating this, and I'm listening to you. And that's why for the next book that we're going to be putting out, it's going to be a Space Marine comic set in this world. And I'm very excited to bring that to you soon on Fund My Comic. Thank you guys so much for being there. All right, so the cancel attempt amped up again this weekend. And what he tried to use is I was DMing Shane Davis. And Shane Davis of the Trinity, the evil Trinity of Comicsgate right now, has been a little less cancel piggy than the other two, Ethan Van Sciver and John Malin. John Malin, we know, is a Obama-voting liberal Democrat who's totally grifting off of this whole situation, and so he actively opposes anything good that we're trying to do here. It makes sense. Ethan Van Sciver being a grifter who just wants to control everything and a narcissist, he kind of makes sense too. So Shane Davis for his faults out there, has been kind of quiet on the situation, which I appreciated. It was kind of nice. And I've streamed with him and Mandy before, and been on Mandy Summers' channel talking about my last book, Overmind, in this series. And the audience loved it. We were all friendly and everything, and it was great. And I try to be friendly with everybody I can. It's very important. I try to be charitable and just be as nice as possible. Since Shane wasn't canceling me, I said, hey, in 9 days left, I'm trying to make the rounds. Can I roll and stream with you guys before this book closes out? Because it would have been nice, even though Ethan's canceling me on his campaign, just showing that, Comicsgate's not about cancel pigs and not about just one guy and his vision for canceling people. That actually would have been a really good thing for Shane to do. But Shane's a chicken shit, is what it comes down to. He's really scared that Ethan Van Sciver controls his audience, and he's probably right. And so he's going to bow to the master and just do whatever he's told at the end of the day. So he's not allowed to talk to me, and he's too scared to talk to me because of Ethan Van Sciver. He's a chicken. He really is. And this is what happened. So I just followed up. So I said something because even though he didn't have me on the campaign, I noticed even though Ethan went hard on the cancel attempts, Shane just didn't say anything, and I appreciated that. So I told him, I highlighted your book. Thanks for not engaging in this cancel attempt, though it would have been nice to do a little comics talk during my campaign. Shouldn't be afraid of EVS thing. He's sinking in influence, and you've built your own thing with Mandy. So I'm just saying, look, you guys could have me on. We could talk comic books. It wouldn't have been a big deal. I'm raising an influence, and I appreciate you guys. This is our side channel right here. We just hit 5,000 subscribers because of people like you. We just hit $50,000 on this campaign because of people like you. You're the real comic book readers. You're the real comic book people. I appreciate it. It's great. And so he doesn't have to be afraid of that. And so what I put is my Fandom Pulse Substack. So actually, Yanzi, his wife, was talking about this situation with Andy Price the other day. And so, just trying to be nice, I just said Yanzi Lin, the wife of anti-SJW artist Shane Davis, creator of Inglorious Rex, and I linked his comic because, this is what you do. I'm a journalist in addition to what I do here. And I want to promote people who are, nominally on our side, whether they're my friendly people or not. I don't care. And actually hold them up as the authorities in the industry, because this is what Comic Book Resources does. Bleeding Cool. They'll cite, Tom King or the other Tom, the one who made Gay Superman, and make that and talk about their books all the time within these things. And they'll never reference anybody on our side. I'm in fact the only person who does. And so was my attempt to just be nice and be like, hey, I appreciate you not canceling me. He went hard canceling me. It didn't move the needle at all. Gained me sales, if anything. Just letting him know. You don't got to be afraid. So Shane decided to share this DM with EVS so that EVS could swap me with it and hit me and go, John Delarose slinking around doing Whisper Network stuff about me to Shane Davis and probably other friends of mine. Slimy, in my opinion. What do you think? So this guy's spent months canceling me. And months, obviously getting people like Mandy Summers and Shane Davis not to stream with me, right? And not to promote my project when they had before. Like I said, they promoted Overmind. We had a good time. It was great. Making sure that I'm canceled. I'm not allowed in the circles, right? Doing exactly what he's saying, slinking around doing Whisper Network stuff. And I'm just saying, hey, you didn't have to cancel me. Like, I'm still going to be nice to you, and I'm going to promote your projects and be nice about this stuff. Don't fear this guy. But he clearly did fear the guy, and then he went around and did this, sharing the DM so they could build another cancel attempt on me. Again, it didn't do anything. Like, I've been gaining Twitter followers, been gaining subscribers here, been gaining more sales. So they're lashing out because their influence is really failing. And it's really just sad to watch because these guys came from Marvel and DC. They tried to usurp Comicsgate using, hey, we're Marvel and DC pros, therefore we're better at comics than other people, which is BS by itself. What a dumb appeal to authority. Marvel and DC are disasters, and we know this. And they've just been people who haven't done the right thing. Now, Shane, compared to John and Ethan, actually has been going out there and drew his comics, fulfilled his comics. He's a little better than the other two, and that's exactly why I was happy to highlight him and happy to still try to talk to him and avoid this whole cancel mob nonsense. But Shane went there. He decided to do this. He's just as bad as them, all because he's fearing EVS and because he's a little bit of a chicken. He's scared that he can't stand on his own merits with his Inglorious Rex, which is really sad because, again, that book's actually the best of the stuff surrounding Ethan and John Malin. Those guys can't even write comic books, can't make a decent story whatsoever. Shane actually does. He doesn't need to be there. But again, Another cancel pig, another day. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button, guys. Thank you for getting us to 5,000 subscribers. Grab the Fan of Pulse Substacks. Subscribe here, too, so you can get all the news going on in comics that I talk about every day. I've got a great article on why DC All In actually did really well in sales this week. It's interesting. And, of course, please check out The Hidden Emperor and Overmind. Grab these books, guys. They're amazing. They're top tier. We're having a lot of fun, and we're making waves because we actually deliver. It's in the description below. Thank you so much for the support. We'll be back soon.